You open your phone and scroll through headlines about the world's most powerful companies: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, names that feel distant, almost untouchable. But then a question starts forming in your mind. What if you could own a piece of all of them at the same time? Not as a billionaire, not as an insider, but as you are, right now, from wherever you are in the world. Because the truth is, behind all the noise, there is a system quietly allowing anyone, literally anyone, to tap into the engine of the global economy. And most people still don't understand how accessible it really is. The S&P 500 is not just an index, it's a representation of power. 500 of the largest publicly traded companies in the United States combined into a single structure. It moves with innovation, reacts to global events, and grows with the expansion of entire industries. When you hear that the market is up, most of the time this is what they're talking about. But here's what most beginners get wrong. They think investing in it requires complexity, connections, or large amounts of money, and because of that belief, they never even take the first step. Now imagine this. Instead of trying to pick the next winning stock, instead of guessing which company will dominate the future, you simply align yourself with the system that already captures the winners. You stop playing the game of prediction and start playing the game of positioning. That's the real shift. Because when you invest in the S&P 500, you're not betting on one company. You're buying exposure to the evolution of the entire U.S. economy. And over time, that has proven to be one of the most consistent wealth-building mechanisms in history. But here's where things get interesting, and where most people outside the United States get confused. You might be thinking, this sounds great, but I don't live in the U.S. Can I even invest in this? And this is exactly where the barrier feels real. Different currencies, different regulations, different platforms. It creates the illusion that you're locked out of the system, that this opportunity belongs to someone else. But in reality, that barrier is much thinner than it looks. And once you understand how it works, it completely changes your perspective. Because in today's world, capital moves faster than borders. Technology has removed layers that once made global investing difficult, and what used to be restricted to institutions is now available to individuals with a smartphone and an internet connection. But access alone is not enough. You need clarity. You need to understand not just how to invest, but how to do it correctly, efficiently, and with awareness of the risks involved. Because the difference between simply buying and building long-term wealth is in the details that most people ignore.
The first thing you need to understand is that you don't actually buy the S&P 500 directly. You access it through a vehicle, most commonly an ETF, an exchange-traded fund. Think of it as a wrapper that holds all those 500 companies inside it, allowing you to buy everything in a single transaction. Instead of purchasing shares of each company individually, you simply buy one asset that mirrors the entire index, and suddenly what once felt complex becomes simple. But simplicity doesn't mean there are no decisions to make. In fact, the next choices you make matter more than you think. If you're outside the United States, your path usually starts with an international brokerage account, platforms that allow non-US residents to access global markets. This is where many people hesitate. They worry about documentation, currency conversion, and whether they're even allowed to participate. But in reality, many brokers are designed specifically for international investors. The process is structured: identification, proof of address, tax forms. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but once completed, it opens a door that most people never walk through. And behind that door is access. Then comes the question of which ETF to choose, because not all of them are the same. Some are based in the United States. Others are domiciled in countries like Ireland, designed specifically for international investors. And this detail, something that most beginners ignore, can have a real impact on your returns. Taxes on dividends, withholding rates, estate considerations. These are layers that don't show up when the market is rising, but become very real over time. And understanding them is what separates a random investment from a structured strategy. Now think about currency. You might be earning in reais, euros, or any other currency, but investing in US dollars. That introduces another dynamic, exchange rate risk. When your local currency weakens, your investment may grow even faster when converted back, but the opposite is also true. And this creates a second layer of movement, one that many investors don't fully account for. You're not just investing in the S&P 500, you're also indirectly positioning yourself in the strength of the dollar. And this is where most people stop thinking, when they should actually be thinking more deeply. Because investing is not just about access, it's about structure. How often you invest, how you handle volatility, whether you reinvest dividends, whether you stay consistent when markets fall. These decisions don't feel important in the moment, but over years, they compound into massive differences. And the people who build real wealth are not the ones who find the perfect entry. They're the ones who build a system and follow it, especially when it feels uncomfortable.
At some point, the excitement fades and reality takes its place. You begin to notice that the market doesn't move in a straight line. There are days when everything is green, when your portfolio feels like it's effortlessly growing. And then there are days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, where it does the opposite. Prices fall, headlines turn negative, doubt creeps in. And this is the moment where most investors reveal their true strategy, not in what they planned, but in how they react. Because investing in the S&P 500 is simple in structure, but not easy in behavior. You might start questioning your decisions. Did I enter at the wrong time? Should I wait for a better price? What if this is the beginning of a bigger crash? These thoughts feel rational, they feel protective, but often they are just different forms of fear. And fear, when translated into action, leads to inconsistency. You stop investing regularly, you hesitate, you try to time the market, and without realizing it, you shift from a long-term investor to a short-term reactor. That shift is subtle, but its impact is massive. Now, zoom out, look at the broader pattern. Over decades, the S&P 500 has gone through recessions, crises, wars, and technological revolutions. It has fallen many times, but it has also recovered, every time in one form or another. Not instantly, not without pain, but consistently over long periods. And this is the perspective that changes everything. Because when you understand that volatility is not a flaw, but a feature, you stop seeing drops as signals to exit and start seeing them as part of the system you chose to be in. This is where discipline becomes your greatest advantage, not intelligence, not timing, discipline. The ability to keep investing when it feels uncertain, to stay consistent when others are pulling back, to follow a plan that you defined in a calm moment, even when the market is anything but calm. Because in the end, the S&P 500 is not just an investment, it's a mechanism. And like any mechanism, it rewards those who understand how it works and punishes those who abandon it at the worst possible time. So the real question was never, how do you invest in the S&P 500 from anywhere in the world? The real question is, once you have access, how do you behave? Because access is easy, execution is simple, but consistency, that's rare. And over time, that's what defines the outcome. Because wealth is not built in moments of excitement. It's built in quiet decisions, repeated over years, often when no one is watching. And if you truly understand that, then it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You're already connected to something much bigger.
You're already connected to something much bigger. But maybe right now, you're thinking about something simpler. How do you actually do this, step by step, from where you are with what you have? And the truth is, I can show you exactly how. From opening the right account, to choosing the right ETF, to making your first investment, whether you're inside or outside the United States. But I want to know if you're serious about it. So if you want a complete step-by-step guide, comment below. And if this video changed the way you see investing, subscribe and like this video. Because understanding is powerful, but action is what changes everything.